Startup founders who raise funds strategically can dramatically reduce their dilution. I'm Sam Wong, and I've done 5 startups with 3 exits over the last 2 decades. I'm a startup CEO coach, author, and instructor for a library of startup training classes. We're going to show you the mathematical impact that using a funding strategy has on your founder payout. The right way to raise funds for your startup is to build a funding strategy. A funding strategy consists of 4 sequential components: funding approach, funding sources, funding vehicles, and funding targets. Together, they answer the 6 questions shown. This graph illustrates how a healthy startup grows its value over time. It's important to raise funds after the company reaches an inflection point, which is a measurable milestone that dramatically increases its value. The inflection points are the red diamonds on the graph. The right time to raise money would be the green rectangles immediately after the red diamonds. This is just a short summary since we cover more details of the funding approach in another video. To illustrate the impact of a funding strategy, we're going to compare 2 fundraising scenarios. The first example is guided by a carefully crafted funding strategy and results in less dilution and better funding terms for the founders. The second example does not use a funding strategy, so they don't have a clear understanding of their key inflection points. Their fundraising is more random and suboptimal. Both examples will cover the same company, Acme, with the same growth path. Both funding scenarios will draw from realistic events with realistic terms. Acme starts when 4 founders decide to form a startup. They work very hard building and growing the company. They hire 10 additional employees along the way, and then about 2 years after they start, they enjoy a quick exit and agree to be acquired. So, how much more can the employees make by building and following a funding strategy? Let's see how both scenarios play out. In this first scenario, the company builds a funding strategy and executes it well. They raise the right amount of money only after they've hit their inflection points, which gives them very good terms. After a lot of hard work, the company is acquired for $40 million. In this second scenario, the company rushes into fundraising without a funding strategy. So when they raise money, it's not on the best terms. They also get acquired for the same $40 million. So how much do the employees make? When guided by a funding strategy, the employees walk away with $31 million of the $40 million acquisition, or almost 80% of the proceeds. Unfortunately, without a funding strategy, the employees only get to keep $8.8 million of the $40 million acquisition. The investors walk away with almost 80% of the acquisition proceeds. It's almost an exact flip-flop of the first scenario. The funding strategy yields a payout that is 3.5 times higher. This scenario here is a brief snippet from our 4-hour funding strategy class. If you want all the details, you can find the full class on our website, fundablestartups.com. If this was helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can also check out our other videos for more startup content.